In a small, picturesque village nestled in the rolling hills, lived a young man named Chris. His life was quiet, filled with the daily routines of village life, helping his parents with the farm, chatting with neighbors, and occasionally taking walks through the dense forests that surrounded the village. But deep inside, Chris harbored a burning ambition that set him apart from everyone else. He wanted to become a detective, not just any detective, but the smartest detective the world had ever known. Chris spent his evenings reading old detective novels he found in the village's tiny library. He would imagine himself in the shoes of the great detectives, solving the most complex crimes, outsmarting the most cunning criminals. He studied every detail, from the way they analyzed clues to how they unraveled the most intricate mysteries. One evening, while sitting by the fire, Chris made a sudden decision that would change his life forever. He would leave the village, travel to the city, and pursue his dream of becoming a detective. The next morning, with a heavy heart but determined spirit, Chris packed his bags, said goodbye to his family, and set off on a journey that would take him far beyond the boundaries of his small village. As Chris entered the city, he was overwhelmed by its sheer size and the hustle and bustle of city life. Tall skyscrapers towered above him, and the streets were filled with people rushing to and fro. But Chris was undeterred. He knew that within this sprawling metropolis lay the opportunities he had been waiting for. He quickly found himself a small apartment and began his training in earnest. He enrolled in a detective academy, where he learned the art of investigation, honing his skills in observation, deduction, and interrogation. Chris's natural talent quickly became apparent, and he was soon solving mock cases with ease, outsmarting even his instructors. But Chris was not content with just solving mock cases. He wanted real experience, and so he began to take on small cases in the city, missing pets, stolen goods, and the like. Each case he solved increased his reputation, and soon, more serious cases began to come his way. One day, a mysterious letter arrived at Chris's door. It was an anonymous plea for help, claiming that a series of kidnappings had taken place in the city, and the police were at a loss. The letter hinted at a powerful criminal organization behind the kidnappings, one that had eluded the authorities for years. Chris knew that this was his chance to prove himself. He began his investigation by talking to the families of the victims, meticulously gathering every piece of information he could. He analyzed the crime scenes, looking for patterns, and soon, a chilling picture began to emerge. The kidnappings were not random. They were part of a larger, more sinister plan. As Chris delved deeper into the case, he uncovered a web of corruption that extended to some of the highest levels of the city. Powerful figures were involved, and they would stop at nothing to keep their secrets hidden. But Chris was relentless.